creating these films?
I don't know. That's why I want to talk to him. I want to see how he did this. But But he worked on it from October 2010 to October 2011, and he wanted to have it ready by 2011 Halloween, so he could go out. And actually, he wasn't even really that big of a fan of Iron Man. Like, he just wanted to do the suit.
Like, just the complication of creating this mechanism.
Right.
What's the drive?
Exactly. And his videos, he's got one about his helmet, but he's mysterious because he never talks on his videos. It's just him, like, tinkering away.
So, how's the interview gonna go?
I don't know.
Is he just gonna sit there and we're gonna talk to each other?
We're just gonna talk to a tin can.
Oh my God.
That's what we're gonna do.
I don't think I can take this. Maybe we should take the suit.
Oh shit. He's about our size.
And then we could do the interview later, and it's just like his videos because he won't have to talk. It'll be perfect.
It would be perfect. We could just take the suit and then, like, say we did it.
That's right. Oh man. You like this idea?
Hey, you guys, we're about to go meet the real Iron Man. Here in a little bit, we're going to go in the back and we're going to try to actually get an interview with him.
We on?
Oh yeah. I didn't come down here just to shake his hand and take a picture.
What did you do, Tyler?
Oh, I've got things.
Did you schedule this?
No, we're gonna go find it.
Okay. I guess that's good.
Yeah, that'll work. All right. How you doing? Doing good? So what'd you just do? With the real Iron Man? Are you excited? Right up there? Is he your favorite superhero?
Yeah.
He is?
And
And Spider-Man?
Yeah.
I saw Wolverine over around here somewhere a second ago.
Spider-Man and Iron Man.
That's right.
Well, you want to look at the camera and say, I love Iron Man?
Look at the camera right there. This camera right here. This lady. Turn around.
Why not?
It's okay. Thanks, man.
See ya.
Here we are at the Charleston Town Center Mall. Tyler Eldridge, Chris Clark, for Hey You Guys podcast. And we have found the real deal Iron Man here, and he's freaking terrifying. And the real Iron Man, Chris Miller. How you doing, brother?
Wonderful. So when did you get started with making the suit?
I started the suit in November of 2011. Got finished right around, well, actually the week of Halloween 2012. So it took right out about almost a year, about 11 and a half months. But it was working in spare time, like 6 hours a week. So I mean, I wouldn't work on it full time. So it took almost right out a year.
I'd say. It looks like, because I've seen other Iron Man suits that they do, but it doesn't have as much detail with the lights and everything. So how do you power
These are all AA batteries, AAA batteries.
Where's it housed at?
They're each, the batteries for the hand repulsors are in the arms, chest repulsors in the chest. The feet are actually in the feet.
Did you just get this down here?
Yeah. So like, there's 3 AAA batteries in the feet, each foot. There's 3 AAAs in each arm, and then there's 3 in the chest. Then the lights on the eyes are actually, there's 2 12-volt batteries.
Can you see through there when it's there?
Barely. It's
barely.
Yeah, it's pretty limited vision.
Because I watched your video on your channel on YouTube, and it looked like when you were putting the helmet down, like it looked like on the inside, you couldn't really see out of it.
Small split. Yeah, there's a very small slit on the bottom of the get it closed, might not be able to get it open. There's a very small slit on the very bottom of the eyes, which you can't really see through.
Check that out.
But I can't get back up. But yeah, just push it.
Oh, you see that? Helping out Iron Man. Doing what I can.
Yeah, but yeah, it's very hard to see out of. But I mean, as long as I can see pretty much the kid's head, which is really what I really need to see.
You know what's coming.
So yeah, I know what's kind of coming at me, so I know not to run into it or beat it up one or two.
So where have you taken the suit to? Where have you gone?
It's really been locally. Like first night out was on Halloween last year. We went to Halloween East. We went to the dog track to go up there to try to make a nerd costume contest. We got there too late. They weren't admitting it.
We got kicked out of there too.
Yeah.
We went up there with our costumes.
And
Totally kicked us
then
out.
we just ended up up in alleys and cross lanes.
Right.
Just because we know some people hang out there. So we ended up there. And then after that, I've done. I went to CEMC just to visit the kids, women and children's.
That's awesome.
We did a high heel hike for autism here about a month or so ago. And then I've done just various people's happy birthday parties once.
What about the, you're going to ask about Marvel. Have they been knocking on your door? Like, get up here.
Well, because that's why we don't really call IronMan like when I go out.
Okay.
It was probably like infringement.
Oh, okay. So what do you,
We just call it like all the kids know what it means. You know, everybody knows what it is.
Right.
I personally really like them all. They can't call it that.
Right.
Just for the simple fact. But, like, I don't think they really care too much. Because there's a lot of guys out there that have built suits.
Right.
Charity, whatnot. But, I mean, I haven't heard from them yet.
Do you
So,
think?
fingers crossed.
Do you think you ever? Do you think you may actually try to take it out to like a big premiere at some point in time?
We did the Iron Man 3 premiere with 102 last Friday.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's really the only corporate
Right.
collaboration.
But I mean, would you go up to like New York or something like that? Like if the
Yeah,
next
they
time
would
was
have.
supposed to
I mean, if like I get a lot of compliments for the suit, but
Yeah.
me, I look at it and I know what's wrong with it
Right.
and what it needs.
Right.
And then I know guys that if you ever seen 3D printing.
Yeah,
Like
3D
that's the
printing
next thing.
is
Like
awesome.
those guys that have 3D printed suits.
Are you serious?
From the actual CGI files from the movie. So I mean, they're just flat out.
Well, they're perfect.
It's just like the movie. You can't beat that. You know?
So how did you make it?
Where's your shop?
Where did you make this at?
I made this in my backyard. We've got like a contractor's trailer
Yeah.
in my backyard, and that's like my workshop. It's got like my motorcycles in there with all my toolboxes, and then there's another room that's got just 2 benches in it.
Right.
That's where I do my body work and everything like that. But what I originally started out with was a Master Chief costume from Halo.
Oh, absolutely.
And when I started researching it, I ran across the website. I got this one. It's called drpf.com.
Mm-hmm.
And
RPF.com.
started researching on there, and a lot of the guys were building the Iron Man suit. And the more I seen it, and I love the movies. So I was like, well, I've never seen an Iron Man suit before.
That's awesome.
And so I started working on there and downloaded the files, because all it is a computer program basically.
Right.
And downloaded the files for it, printed it out, put it together. And,
Very nice.
you know, it's just tedious work at it.
So it looks like, I mean, you've already seen battle. It looks like
Yeah.
how did you do all of your?
What it is the paint is kind of a candy. The suit's painted silver,
Mm-hmm.
and then the red's painted on top of it because it's basically see-through. I mean, you can see the silver through it.
Sure.
So, which I didn't know at first, and I just started painting red, and you could see any bit of
No, is that a-
primer was sanded through.
Was that a motivation to go ahead and distress it?
Yeah, because I knew that like you could see like some of the parts where it rubs and whatnot, like on the flat by the foot. You see where when you wear it, it gets wear on it.
Yeah.
I thought, well, I don't want it to look brand new when I paint it because it's going to look looking worn anyway.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'll just make it look like it's already a little beat up. So that way when it does get beat up, I don't really have to worry about it too much. You know?
It's
So,
fantastic work.
The silver that you see is actually the silver that the paint is, the suit's painted.
Okay.
It's just what happened. What I did was after I painted it red, before I clear coated it, I just took a dry paintbrush and sprayed it, and then you just kind of swipe it across, and it just gives it the.
That's crazy.
Look. So the only thing I never did was the hands, because they were the last thing I built the paint.
That's what I noticed on the. I was telling Chris about this right before we watched the video. You have a video on your page with kind of looking at the glove before it was done.
Trying to get it to where it'll. You can
if you want to look at this, the thing that I found amazing is as much detail is put into just the fingers alone. And I noticed that there was like some kind of rubber material, like a rubber band looking thing that keeps it all together.
That's what that is. That's actually just like a spandex strap. I just painted it red, the same color as the suit, so that when it pulls back, the finger will pull itself back together. And then that's just fishing line that keeps the fingers aligned on the sides. But so it just basically pulls it back together anytime you pull it apart. That way the fingers don't flop around and whatnot.
That's what I'm amazed at, because the attention to detail that Chris puts in just the fingers and the hands. I mean, this is not something he put together in a couple weeks. I mean, you said it took about a year altogether.
And that's really, for anybody that's built these, that's really rushing it. A year, I mean, there's guys that spend 3-4 years just building one suit.
That's wild.
So,
that is fantastic. What else do you got?
What do you, when you take the suit home, like you just hang it up?
Actually, as busy as I've been with it, as many people's asked me to do stuff with it, it just stays in the truck. I don't even take it. I don't even take it. I've got.
But that way you're ready for action.
Yeah, I mean, because it's pointless. Because there's probably 25 pieces of this thing.
Yeah.
So because underneath this, there's more pieces. You just can't see them.
Sure.
That actually bolt, because it bolts together.
Well, that's what I was wondering. How long does it take to just? Because in the movie we see Tony Stark and he hits a button. He's like this, and he gets it. How long does it take to get ready?
It takes about 20 minutes, 25
Really?
to get the whole thing over.
I would have thought longer with as much you got going on.
Well, the first time it took about 45 minutes because it was raining and cold when we were outside on the East End.
Yeah.
The Halloween was the first time that I had to work out in public, besides in her living room, just testing it.
Do you find that kids are more like? Do they just latch onto you when they see you, or are they kind of like?
Well, you've always got one crier. No matter where you go, there's always one crier.
Yeah.
A few of them get scared at first, and then they kind of warm up to you after you touch them and talk to them for a second. But you always got the one crier that wants nothing to do with you.
Right, just terrified.
They'll stand 5 or 6 feet away from you and just stare at you. But if you try to get closer to them, or if they try to get closer to you, then they just fall and cry.
I mean, you must have seemed like one of the actual attraction at Halloween's. I mean, when you first
It was, yeah. It wasn't exactly like it is now, because I didn't have the hands then. It wasn't fully finished. It didn't have the eyes for the mask.
Yeah.
So it wasn't totally finished at Halloween's,
But still, I mean, people probably saw it and probably thought you were part of the actual event. I mean,
it was a big hit there. So once we got actually out to, we didn't get the dog track. Once we got to McNally's,
Right.
and then it was almost instant. People asked me if I was doing birthday parties and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, well, I can just kind of make my money back for this thing.
Yeah.
And then I spent on it and doing birthday parties. And
How much? That's what everybody's going to want to know. I don't even want to ask. How much does it take to make this suit that you've made?
totally, because I've done all body work on paintwork.
Right.
So, but I bought the electronics, I bought the art director, and I bought repulsors for the hands.
Right.
And I bought the ones in the feet. But total altogether, with all the electronics, I probably got $1,300 in it.
1,300.
Yeah.
So if you want to make your own Iron Man suit,
Yeah.
get $1,300 and then give it to him, and then give him another $1,300 for his labor.
Yeah.
And maybe Chris can make you one a year from now.
Yeah, the guys sell these kits, and they run anywhere from $4,500 to $5,500 unpainted for the kits.
Have you thought about doing another one, like a different?
I want to do the Mark 7 from the Avengers.
Mhm.
What I want to do, but can't get the time to even mess with it.
Well, I mean, this is an accomplishment. We both love doing costumes, and so when we saw yours, I was like, well, I quit. I'm not even going to do it anymore because this guy's got everybody in West Virginia beat. West Virginia people local doing great things in Charleston with Chris Miller. Hey, you guys. Thanks a lot, man.
No problem at all. It's good.
Fantastic.
Nice to meet you.
I guess you have a website if you want to tell them.
Yeah, I have my Facebook website. It's a like website. It's C-Rob, R-O-B, cosplay. You can go in there, you can like it. So I got a personal page too, but I try to steer everybody towards that.
Right.
But I'm working on some other ones because I own the rights to WV Heroes. I own the rights to Tri-State Heroes.
Awesome.
There's no actual sites there yet, but my email is that. So I have a C-mailer at WV Heroes that they can email me at, or on the website on C-Rob Cosplay on Facebook. You know, there's all kinds of pictures on there. A bunch of pictures from here. Every time I go somewhere, I got a bunch of pictures to it. So kind of anything I do to it,
Right.
I usually add videos and pictures, stuff, anything. Because I want to, before Halloween this year, I want to redo the back, build a new back with the moving flaps.
Oh, very nice.
And stuff like that. And just little stuff. And the helmet will be motorized before the end. It'll have 2 servos in it, so you just with RF transmitters in your hands, so you just touch fingers and
It'll go up.
And it'll race
That's
a little lower.
amazing.
So I still got some work to do to it that I want to do that
That's
make it better
fantastic.
than what it is now. So.
Well, you can. We'll have all the information on HeyYouGuysPodcast.com, so you can go and check out some of the videos of how Chris actually developed and made this Iron Man suit.
Who is this guy? I mean, really, Tyler. Have we even like looked anything up about him at all?
I know everything about him. He works at
Home Depot?
No, he works at like a chemical plant.
He works at Walker.
Walker Machinery.
I gotta take this.